Hi everybody, it's Christina. Welcome back to Adventures in Polish Land. Happy Friday and happy Halloween if you are watching this on Friday. I hope you are enjoying some candy and staying safe but having fun. Today I have a quick reading update. I have 2 books to haul, and then I thought I would share my TBR for Nonfiction November because I realized at some point that I actually have a few nonfiction books on my TBR right now, so I might as well prioritize them in November when Nonfiction November is going on. So let me start with my reading update. Full disclosure, I am filming this a little bit early, so it is only Tuesday as I'm making this video, but I'm not sure that I will finish this by the time Friday rolls around. I am still reading The Door by Magda Szabo. I am still really enjoying it. It's just moving very slowly for me. I have progressed past the 100-page mark today. I'm on page 115, and this is, it is 262 pages long. I am hopeful that I will finish this by the end of the week because although I am really enjoying it, it is very slow going and it is holding up my reading. But nonetheless, I move on. I did go to a book sale this past weekend. In the past, this sale was huge. It used to take up like a big barn-sized room, but this year it was only 2 tables outside, so that was a little bit disappointing, but I did find 2 books. The first one is The Glass Castle by Jeanette. This is a memoir, and at this point I don't remember much about it, but this is one of those books that I've always had on the back of my brain that I want to read at some point. And then I also picked up a romance novel, which I do not normally read. This is Abby Jimenez, Just for the Summer. These books were $1 each, so I figured it was a great time to pick them up. I have heard really good things about Abby Jimenez, and as somebody who doesn't read a lot of romance, I've been hesitant to try her books, but some of the booktubers that I enjoy watching who typically read a lot of literary fiction have mentioned that they really enjoy her novels and that they're well written and very realistic and relatable, so I figured I would give it a try. I did, when I added this one to my Goodreads, find out it's the 3rd in a series, but I googled and it said you could read any of her books as standalone novels, so hopefully that does not affect my reading experience. If you have read her books, definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments. This may or may not be a book that I carry into next year just because it is a summer-themed book, so maybe I'll just keep this on hand for when I need something summery, but who knows, after a really slow read like The Door, I might want something quick to get to as well, so we'll see. But now I thought I would share with you the 4 books on my nonfiction November TBR. 3 of them are books that I own and are currently on my physical TBR shelf, and then 1 I have placed on hold at the library. So obviously the first one is The Glass Castle by Jeanette, and all I really know about this is from the back it says it's a remarkable memoir of resilience and redemption, and I believe our author has an alcoholic father, an abusive mother, and that they are nomadic and move around as a family. So it sounds very interesting, and it'll be interesting to see if I'm right in my plot description. The next one I have is also a memoir. Actually, they are all memoirs. This one is a book that I hauled last week. It is The Color of Water, a Black Man's Tribute to His White Mother by James McBride. My parents gave this to me for my birthday, so I'd like to read it sooner rather than later. And then the last one that I own is a giant coffee table book, and it's a little controversial. It is Justin Timberlake's book. It is Hindsight and All the Things I Can't See in Front of Me. Long story short, I was a Justin Timberlake superfan for most of my life, and I fully recognize he is a very problematic individual, but I still am a fan of his, keeping in mind all of the stuff that he has done that is not necessarily acceptable. This book, though, I got right when it came out. I think it was in 2018. Let's see here. Okay, I just spent way too long looking through this book, and I cannot find a copyright page, so I don't know exactly what year it came out. I want to say 2018 or 2019. I got it right when it came out. And obviously this is a giant coffee table book. It's not something that I'm going to carry around and read with me. So that already made it difficult to read in my regular life. But then, of course, I wasn't as excited to read it anymore when he kept slipping up. So I am going to put this on my nonfiction November TBR. If I do not read it, I'm officially going to take it off my TBR list. And I do have a collection of NSYNC / Justin Timberlake merchandise that I keep in storage, and I will just put that book in storage and look at it again whenever I look at that merchandise. The last book on my official nonfiction November TBR is Fun Home. I am going to see this musical next month. It is playing at the Huntington Theater, and I have my ticket already. I'm really excited to see the show. I've actually never seen it, but it is based on the graphic memoir. I want to say the author's name is Alison Bechdel. I may be saying that incorrectly, but I will of course have it in the description box for you. I'm not usually a graphic novel reader. I just don't really enjoy them. But I did think it would behoove me to read her memoir before I go see the musical. So I have placed that on hold and will hopefully pick that up this week. Those are all of my official books on my nonfiction November TBR. Otherwise, I plan to continue reading through the other books on my physical TBR as the year winds down. I have probably done my last bit of hauling in this video. I don't really plan to buy more books unless I stumble across them. I am going to some craft fairs over the next few weeks, and a lot of them oftentimes have a book table. So if I come across anything that's on my list in my brain of books to buy, I will pick it up, but I don't plan to haul many more. Also, let me know if you would like me to do a nonfiction November recommendations video. I don't read a lot of nonfiction, but I have read some really good nonfiction. So if you're interested, let me know in the comments and I will post that for you within the first week of November. I hope you all have a great weekend. Tell me what Halloween candy you will be enjoying, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye.